Today I am again here to teach you something very interesting to me, but I have felt that this chapter looks very boring to few of the students. So I'll try to make it as exciting as I can, although it is not a chemistry class and I have seen kids running away from chemistry. So guys, don't run away from your chemistry sir or your ma'am, because in this chapter we are going to study a little bit about chemistry. Basically, this is a biochemistry class, right? So what are all these things that you can see on your screen? Is this a cookery show or something? No. What is common in all these things? Apple, pasta, potato, these grams and bread, and what is there that is present in all these things, right? Think what is, if the chapter for today is biomolecules and I'm showing you all these pictures, then what is it that we are going to study, right? Let us see. So the thing that we are going to study today is in the chapter of biomolecules, we are going to study carbohydrates. Okay, so this is what we are going to study today. In every class before starting, I always tell you what are we going to study, right? So before starting, let us just quickly see few words and then get on to carbohydrates. What is biochemistry? Let's not waste time, but yes, we should know. What is biochemistry? Biochemistry, chemistry of chemistry of living things. So biochemistry is a branch of study of chemistry of living organisms. Very easy, right? Now, biochemistry. What do we study in chemistry? We study about molecules, compounds, atoms, right? So here we will study about biomolecules. And what are biomolecules? Biomolecules are the carbon compounds, obtained from living tissue. Okay, obtained from living tissue. Okay, so there are four basic kinds of biomolecules that we are going to study. So the different types of molecules, when I said we are going to see different types of molecules, so that constitutes our cellular pool. What is a cellular pool? Cellular pool are the different types of biomolecules present in the cell. Present in the cell collectively. They are known as cellular pool. Very easy to understand all these things. Now let us move forward and see what are the biomolecules. Four major kind of biomolecules. So four major types of biomolecules that we will study in detail will be, today we'll study carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, and nucleic acids. Okay. Okay, so today we are going to study carbohydrates, and without wasting time, let us start. So what are carbohydrates? Or before even starting carbohydrates, can you tell me what are polymers and what are monomers? Because we will be encountering these words many a times. What are polymers? Polymers are basically macromolecules. We have done this in the chapter of digestion and absorption. Are macromolecules. And what are monomers? Monomers are Lego or building blocks. Building blocks of these polymers. Okay, so very easy to understand. मोनोमर से पॉलीमर बना होता है. मोनोमर पॉलीमर. ओके, मोनोमर से पॉलीमर बना होता है. They make the polymers. Okay, so the today's topic is what? Today's topic is carbohydrate. So carbohydrate is it is one of the most abundant biomolecule, right? It is one of the most abundant biomolecule, and it is the main source of energy. It is the main source of energy. And suppose, what is the DNA made up of? Ribose, right? Which is a carbohydrate. What is the cell wall made up of? Cellulose, which is again a carbohydrate, right? So this is one of the main source of energy. You know glucose. Glucose is the main source of energy in our body. Okay, so it is made up of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen atoms in the 1:2:1 molar ratio, right? Yahan tak there's nothing much to explain. You know everything. Okay, so now let us see what is, you must be encountering with the words monosaccharide, disaccharide, right? Oligosaccharide, polysaccharide. So what is this saccharide word? The saccharide word comes from a Greek word for sugar. Okay, the saccharide comes from a Greek word sugar. Now there are majorly four types of carbohydrates. And what are these four types of carbohydrates? These are monosaccharide, disaccharide, oligosaccharide and polysaccharide. So we'll study the examples and the structures of each and every mono, di, oligo and polysaccharide. So let us start with monosaccharide. What are monosaccharides? We have done it many times in our digestion chapter. Monosaccharides. What are these? Basically, these monosaccharides are simple sugars. These are simple sugars, or they are the smallest unit of carbohydrate. They're the smallest unit of carbohydrate. Okay. For example, monosaccharides are glucose, galactose, and fructose. So we will be studying the structure of glucose, galactose, and fructose. Okay. Suppose here I'll draw glucose. Right? Oh. And I'll also be explaining, if you have studied, you might have seen alpha, beta. What are these alpha, beta, glycosidic bonds? All these terms we will be taking care of. Okay. H. And then galactose. I'll be telling you, see, when I'm drawing galactose, you'll see a lot of similarity in glucose and galactose. Shortly, I'll be telling you what is the difference in glucose and galactose by their structure only. Okay, so it is very important to know these structures. They look very scary, but they are not. Once you understand, they don't look scary at all. Okay, and your chemistry teacher will also be very happy. Organic chemistry is not rectification. You can even understand it if you want. It is not only रटोफिकेशन कि रट लो सब, बस दिमाग में घुसा लो और फिर भूल जाओ सब एग्जाम में जाके. नहीं, ऐसा नहीं होता. Okay, so this is glucose, galactose and fructose. Please kindly see this structure very nicely. So what is glucose? Glucose is found in the Glucose is found in free state in plant and animal tissues. You know it, right? Smallest unit, we can absorb it. We have already done digestion. Plant and animal tissues, free state it is found in. It is, glucose is commonly known as dextrose or grape sugar or blood sugar. Blood sugar level, we take the blood sugar level, भाई यही नापते हैं glucose, right? Glucose बढ़ गया है, glucose कम हो गया है. It is a component of disaccharide. We'll study what is disaccharide, then we'll see. Then galactose. Galactose को से lactose बनता है, वो भी हम देखेंगे. And how does it differ from glucose? It differs from glucose in the spatial arrangement. You can even ask your chemistry sir, or you can understand here also, in the spatial arrangement of H and OH groups, of H and OH groups around C4. Let us see what is C4. Hence, basically, it is an isomer of glucose. You can say it is an isomer of glucose. So, if we can count this carbon. So, if we begin, so this is 1 carbon, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So basically what they are saying the fourth carbon, right? You can see the fourth carbon. So basically they're saying the spatial arrangement of H and OH. So galactose is an isomer of glucose. Okay, it is a isomer of glucose because in the C4 it is just differing in the H and spatial arrangement of H and OH groups. Okay, very easy to understand. Now let us see something about fructose. We'll just read and then I'll explain you in detail. What is fructose? It is also known as levulose. Glucose was known as dextrose and grape sugar or simple blood sugar. So fructose is found where? It is found in honey. And since it is found in honey, and you know honey is one of the sweetest thing available, it is the, you can say that fructose is sweetest of all sugars. Fructose is sweetest of all sugar, right? And the polysaccharide inulin is made up of, this is a polysaccharide and it is made up of fructose. We'll study all the saccharides in detail. Okay, now let us see about this alpha and this beta and this glycosidic bonds, right? What is this? This actually I have seen that the kids just learn alpha 1,4 glycosidic bond, beta 1,6, but what is this 1,6? What is this glycosidic? What is this? They don't know about it. So let us see. And please just, you know, concentrate a little now. Okay, so this I am drawing a glucose molecule. You can also draw, then only you will be able to understand. You cannot just see and understand, right? Okay, carbon. Now we'll attach this CH2OH group over here. Now what we'll do is we will give number to these carbon atoms. And before I number them, I want you that you number them in your book, in your notebook, because I had just told you how to number the carbon atoms, right? So suppose this one, we number the carbon atoms 4, 5, and 6, right? So this is what? This is alpha glucose. Why do we say it is alpha glucose? This is what? This is alpha glucose. When we say alpha glucose, it means it is in the alpha configuration. And what do we mean by alpha configuration? Let's see what is alpha configuration and let us find out if it is alpha glucose or it is beta glucose. You will tell me if it is alpha glucose or it is beta glucose after I tell you what is alpha configuration. Alpha configuration means the hydroxyl group that is the OH group, the hydroxyl group of C1 of carbon 1 is, please listen carefully, is pointing in opposite direction. In what direction? In opposite direction. What is in opposite direction? The OH group to the C6. So what I'm trying to say is that C1 ka OH group is in the opposite direction of the C6 ka OH group. Let us see. C1 ka OH group, C1 ka OH group is in the opposite direction of the 6th carbon OH group, right? So this is alpha glucose or beta glucose. This is alpha glucose and not beta glucose, correct? So now you have understood what is alpha glucose. Now I'll draw one more thing and you have to tell me what is it. Yay! Let us see what is it, right? Let us see who makes fast, you or me. Okay, I'm competing with you. Now let us see who will draw quick. Quick. Let's be quick. I have to win, right? And okay, now what I have done is something different. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The hydroxyl group of carbon 1, the hydroxyl group of carbon 1, the hydroxyl group of carbon 6, the hydroxyl group of carbon 6 is where? Is it in the same direction, right? If it is in the same direction, what can we say? What have we meant? This is glucose. And if the OH of C1 and the OH of C6 are in the same direction, then what can we say? We can say, see, they are in the same direction. So we can say that this is what? This is beta glucose. This is beta glucose. If they're in the same direction, then what is it? This is beta glucose. So I know that now you have understood what is the difference between alpha and beta configurations. I don't want कि इसमें आप कोई भी गलती करके एग्जाम में आए. Okay, so now let us make one more thing, and this I'll ask you what I have drawn. Okay, so I am drawing, you also draw a galactose, okay, I'll give you a work. Draw a beta galactose. Galactose, remember, it is an isomer of glucose, right? So now let us draw and let us see if you can draw it correctly. Okay, now let us see if you can draw it correctly. Okay, you have to draw beta, right? So the hydroxyl groups should be in the same or different. Think, I just told you. In beta, they will be in the same direction of C1 and C6. So this is what I have drawn. This I have drawn as beta galactose. Beta galactose. Okay. So this much is clear. What is alpha? What is beta? I have given you sufficient examples of beta and galactose. You remember, it is an isomer of glucose. It is an isomer of glucose, and only the H and OH groups of C4 are different in the spatial arrangement. Okay, I have already told you this and you have understood. And beta means the C1 and C6 का जो OH group है, they are in the same direction, right? So this is one of the example of beta galactose. So now let us see something about disaccharides. What are disaccharides? What are disaccharides? Di means two. It means two.
So basically, what is a disaccharide? It is a molecule. Disaccharide is a molecule formed from the combination from two monosaccharides by, you can say, dehydration, or you can also say as condensation process. Condensation, synthesis, dehydration, synthesis, or condensation, synthesis. And they can be same, there can be same two monosaccharides, like we'll do, like in maltose, 2 glucose, or it can be different. There can be different two monosaccharides, right? Like in lactose, right? Like in sucrose, glucose and fructose. Okay, so sucrose, maltose, we'll do many examples. Now let us see something. So I'll discuss few very common disaccharides, and these common disaccharides that we are going to discuss is sucrose and lactose and maltose, right? These are the disaccharides that we are going to discuss. Okay, so come on, let us first discuss about maltose. उल्टा चलते हैं, हमेशा कोई जरूरी है सुक्रोज पहले लिखा है तो पहले सुक्रोज पढ़े, हम maltose पहले पढ़ेंगे. Okay, come on, let's study about maltose. Maltose is what? It is 2 glucose molecules. अब हम देखेंगे how a maltose is formed. चलो भाई फटाफट ग्लूकोज बना लो. So जल्दी जल्दी ग्लूकोज will make. Okay, take a pen and a notebook and sit with it. It's not some fun going on. We are actually trying to study. Okay, so I have made 1 glucose, and let's just make one more glucose. CH2OH, we'll touch a H and a OH. And H and OH, right? So basically what is happening, it is also 1 glucose, and we have to make maltose, which I am saying it's 2 glucose molecules. But let us number the carbon atoms also. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Fourth वाले पे आप थोड़ा ध्यान देना. Okay, so it is formed by, maltose is generally formed by alpha 1,4 glycosidic bond. Let us see each of the words carefully. Alpha, is it alpha glucose or beta glucose? Tell me, is it alpha glucose or beta glucose? If it is beta, it should be, if it is beta, it will be in same direction, but it is in different. These are in different directions. So this is alpha glucose and alpha glucose. 1,4, right? So 1 carbon 1, let us see carbon 1 and let us see carbon 4. Let us see carbon 1 and let us see carbon 4. Okay, so what did I tell you? They are made by what? They are made by condensation or dehydration, right? So यहाँ से क्या हुआ? 1 glucose H2O निकल गया. तो क्या बन गया? We'll get a maltose. Let us see how will the maltose look like. Okay. So same things, and don't think that you will not draw this and you have become perfect. No, you have to draw it again and again. I'm still drawing it, so you also please draw it. Okay, so Right. CH2OH, H, O, H, OH is alpha, H, OH, OH and H. क्या मिल गया हमें यहाँ पे? यहाँ हमें मिल गया alpha 1,4 glycosidic bonds by the process of what? How did we got it? We got it by what? By removing condensation or dehydration, by removal of water, or condensation or dehydration synthesis, right? Cool, understood? And ये क्या बना? दो अल्फा ग्लूकोज से हमें क्या मिल गया? हमें मिल गया माल्टोज. क्या मिल गया? माल्टोज मिल गया हमें, which is a very common disaccharide. And why am I saying it's common? Because it is found in sprouting grains, although it is less common than sucrose and lactose, and it is made up of glucose, plus glucose. Okay. When beta galactose and beta glucose come together and they undergo dehydration, we get lactose. Okay, so now draw beta galactose and beta glucose. I'm also drawing, but don't see the screen, and please draw beta galactose and beta glucose, right? And draw lactose on your own, because I have told you beta galactose and beta glucose. But let's start, and let's see who can make it fast and who can make it correct. I actually, this is one competition where I don't want to win from you guys. I want that you guys win, you do correct. Okay. So I have made beta galactose, and I hope you have also made it and started drawing beta glucose. I'm losing and I'm happy. Okay. Quickly draw it. It looks very easy, and actually if you study it nicely, it is easy. Okay. Okay. So this is beta, you know, now this is same direction, 1 and 6 carbon, and this is also same direction, 1 and 6. So now you know why it is beta. Okay, let me rub or you'll get confused. Right. So this is beta galactose and beta glucose. अब भाई इसमें से निकाल दो, कंडेंसेशन, डिहाइड्रेशन कर दो, पानी निकाल दो इसका. Okay, so what will we get? Okay, so we got, if we make this, so कौन सा रिएक्शन हुआ? बीटा 1,4 ग्लाइकोसिडिक बॉन्ड्स बन गए, बीटा 1,4 ग्लाइकोसिडिक बॉन्ड्स बन गए, और हमें क्या मिल गया? लैक्टोज. And now the structure becomes very easy. I'll just draw it here only. You can make it in your copy. Okay, I'll not draw it or else you'll get confused. Let us make it again quickly. The more we practice, the more perfect we get, right? So don't think that I will not draw. So हमें क्या मिल गया? We got lactose. Okay, I hope. कौन से bonds बने? बीटा 1,4 glycosidic bonds. Beta क्यों? Because the OH groups of carbon 1 and carbon 6 were in the same direction, and that's why it was beta glucose and beta गैलेक्टोज। ठीक है, तो ये लो भाई हमारा लैक्टोज बनके तैयार हो गया, एंड दिस इज व्हाट, दिस इज लैक्टोज एंड इट इज फाउंड नेचुरली इन मिल्क। एंड इसमें कौन सा बॉन्ड है, इसमें है बीटा 1,2,4 ग्लाइकोसिडिक bonds. I hope this much is clear. Beta 1,2,4 glycosidic bonds. Okay. Now let us study the third one. And the third one was what? The third one was sucrose, right? The third one was sucrose. Sucrose कैसे बनता है? Sucrose बनता है alpha glucose और beta fructose. अल्फा ग्लूकोज और बीटा फ्रक्टोज से मिलता है हमें सुक्रोज, राइट? इट अंडरगोज अ डिहाइड्रेशन and then we get sucrose. Make it, in the end I will draw the structure, but you make it on your own. I'll tell you what is the structure, or if you want I can tell you right now also, that's not a big deal. You try to make it on your own without looking on the screen. Please don't look at the screen and make the structure on your own of sucrose. It's interesting to draw. Please don't look on the screen and try to draw the structure of sucrose on your own. Sucrose we get from fructose and alpha glucose, beta fructose. Okay, now you understand the alpha and the beta very, very nicely. I have told you, like, you know, how many times, I don't know. Okay, right? So we take out this, and what we get is what? We get a sucrose. We wanted sucrose. And what is sucrose? You know one thing very interesting about sucrose? Sucrose is formed by plants, and we cannot make this sucrose. Do you know this? Sucrose, we cannot, human beings cannot form sucrose. It is formed by plants. Okay, so ये हमारा बनके तैयार हो गया क्या? ये हमारा बनके तैयार हो गया sucrose, right? And sucrose is what? Sucrose is generally known as what? It is known as table sugar, and it is known as table sugar, and it is found in many fruits. And like, you know, you can take the example of sugarcane. It contains a lot of sucrose. Beet sugar, and it is beet or sugar beet, you can say. And also one important thing, humans cannot make sucrose. It is formed by plants and not by animals, right? So one important interesting thing, and there is one more thing that you should know. This is a word you might encounter, and you might say that, oh, ma'am did not tell. What is it? Raffinose. What is raffinose? It is a trisaccharide. What is a trisaccharide? Tri-3. So it contains galactose plus glucose and plus fructose. Okay. And then there is one more. There is this maltotriose. What is maltotriose? It is glucose plus glucose plus glucose. So basically a trisaccharide of maltotriose is what? A trisaccharide of glucose, right? So these two things also I thought I'll tell you. So we have done disaccharides, and we have done what? We have done monosaccharides also. Now let us see something about oligosaccharides. What are oligosaccharides? So now let us see about oligosaccharides and polysaccharides, right? And then biomolecule, carbohydrate as a biomolecule will be over for you, right? And you can then we'll proceed to other biomolecules, right? So what is basically many oligosaccharides? Let me rub this and make this arrow. Many of them make polysaccharide. And what are oligosaccharides? Oligosaccharides are consist of short chain monosaccharides, like less than 20 monosaccharides make oligosaccharides. So basically they are short chain monosaccharide. So basically I told you maltotriose, remember? That's why I told you maltotriose, that is also a oligosaccharide, and it was formed by what? 3-glucose or maltose plus alpha glucose. You can write like this also, different way of writing, maltotriose, right? And what is the bond? The bond is the alpha 1 to 4 glycosidic bonds, where in between this maltose and glucose, this is the bond alpha 1 to 4 glycosidic, because maltose is also formed by alpha glucose and alpha glucose plus one more. So this is the bond. So basically when we want glucose, we have to break this bond. And how do we break this bond? By hydrolysis, right? This is formed by dehydration or condensation. And if we want back glucose, what we have to do, which reaction we have to do? Hydrolysis. And what is hydrolysis? Basically we are adding water. यहाँ से क्या हुआ था? Water निकल गया था. Okay, you remember this? Now, this is oligosaccharide. Nothing much to tell you about in this. Now let us come to polysaccharides. What are polysaccharides? Polysaccharides. Okay. Polysaccharides, most of the carbohydrates are polysaccharides. अगर polysaccharides नहीं होते तो हमें digestion की जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ती, because हम easily glucose absorb कर लेते. There is so such a complex digestive system is present. Why? Because of these polysaccharides, right? And what are these polysaccharides? They are, let us now see what are they. They are branched, unbranched monosaccharides. So the most carbohydrates are polysaccharides only. Okay. So now let us see. We can say that some are homopolysaccharides and some are heteropolysaccharides. What do we mean by this? It means that they only contain single type of monosaccharide, right? So like अगर ये glucose है तो glucose, right? Hetero, they contain, obviously hetero contains 2 or more monosaccharides, right? Very easy. Homosaccharides and homopolysaccharides and heteropolysaccharides. Now suppose this is glucose, then there is galactose, then again there is glucose, right? And then here is fructose. So this is 2 or more monosaccharides. Okay, what else? Then they can be branched or unbranched. They both can be, homopolysaccharides can also be branched or unbranched. Okay, and they can also be branched or unbranched, right? So what do we mean by branched or unbranched? Suppose there is, यहाँ पे भाई branch हो गया, alpha 1,6 glycosidic bonds जो हमने digestion में पढ़ा था, है ना? Okay, remember? यहाँ पे branching हो गई, so they both can be like this. So ये generally बहुत polysaccharides are very 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 long chain monosaccharides. Okay, so जो homopolysaccharides होते हैं, they are generally what? They are the storage form of monosaccharides. अब इसका क्या मतलब हुआ? That they are the storage form of monosaccharides. In कहाँ store हो सकते हैं? In animals, in plants, and even in bacteria, right? So storage form का मतलब क्या हुआ? That in plants it will be stored as how? It will be stored at starch, right? That's the storage form in where? That's the storage form in plants. अब plants में starch में किस तरीके से save हो सकता है? It can be saved as amylopectin or अब amylopectin or amylose, right? Amylopectin or alpha amylose. Remember these words, right? Amylopectin or alpha amylose. Animals में glycogen के form में. I'll tell you this also, that's why I'm not writing, right? So let us see what is this amylopectin and alpha amylose, right? Just very few things. So what should I tell you? Because if I tell you more, then it will be too much for you, which you actually don't need to know. So in alpha amylose, let us see something about alpha amylose. It is what? It is a linear polymer. Linear matlab line mein, it is a linear polymer and it consists of some 200 to 1000 glucose residues. I told you there are thousands of glucose molecules, right? And they are linked by alpha 1 to 4 bonds. Alpha 1 to 4 glycosidic bonds. Okay, now let us see something about, amylopectin. What is amylopectin? Okay, amylopectin 200 to 2 lakh glucose residues and इसमें एक तो लीनियर है और एक ब्रांच्ड है. तो ब्रांच्ड में कौन सा बॉन्ड होगा? अल्फा 1 to 6 और लीनियर में अल्फा 1 to 4. And these bonds, these are present every 24 to 30 glucose. हर 24 to 30 glucose residue के बाद ये branch हो जाता है, right? Very easy. Alpha amylose and amylopectin. This is a linear polymer. मतलब, okay, I have told you linear and branched and everything. This is linear as well as branched. And after every 20 to 30 glucose residue, it gets branched. Okay. Now let us see something about how it is acting as a, this homopolysaccharide is acting as a storage form in animals. It is acting in the form of glycogen, right? Glycogen. So the main polysaccharide in the human body is glycogen. Glycogen is what? It is the main polysaccharide in the human body, which is made up of what? Which is made up of glucose monomers. Glycogen is made up of what? Obviously, it is made up of glucose, alpha glucose, homo, poly, सैक्राइड. ओके, इजी. अल्फा ग्लूकोज. और इसमें कौन से बॉन्ड्स है? अल्फा 1 to 4 ग्लाइकोसिडिक बॉन्ड्स प्रेजेंट हैं. ठीक है, ये हो गया. और ग्लाइकोजन अल्फा ग्लूकोज होमो मतलब खाली ग्लूकोज के लिंक टू अनदर इन ब्रांचिंग चेन्स. अब जहां पे लीनियर है वहां तो ये है अल्फा 1 to 4, जहां पे ब्रांच्ड है वहां पे अल्फा 1 to 6. and this branching is taking place where at every 8 to 12 glucose residues, right? यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा था? 24 to 30 glucose residue in amylopectin. Okay, in the plants, glycogen we are talking about what? We are talking about main polysaccharide in human body. Okay, so please don't get confused. We are talking about animals or human body. There, amylose and amylopectin, we are talking about plants. And this is also a storage polysaccharides. That is what we are actually studying. It is also a storage polysaccharide. Okay, right? So, and it is also known as animal starch, because starch is what? Polysaccharide, and it is a storage form and it's found in animals, right? So in some books, instead of 12, it is given as 14. It's fine. Now let us see something more. Cellulose, right? Let us see. I had written bacteria also, so we should study about bacteria also. So now we'll see something called dextrins. What are dextrins? Dextrins are the structural components where in bacteria and in yeast, right? In bacteria, I had told you know that, let us see what I'm telling you. I think you might have forgot. We were saying homopolysaccharides are the storage form of monosaccharides, right? Homopolysaccharides are the storage form of monosaccharides. So in animals, there was glycogen, we did it. In plants, starch can be in amylopectin or alpha amylose, we did it. In bacteria, now we'll do as structure components, which are called dextrins, and then we'll also do it. Let us see what are we saying in dextrins. It is a structural component of bacteria and yeast, and the main bonds that are present are alpha 1 to 3 bonds, alpha 1 to 6 bonds. Also there are alpha 1 2 bonds and alpha 1 to 4 bonds. But majorly these are present, alpha 1 to 3 and alpha 1 to 6 bonds, and they are called dextrins, homopolysaccharides found in bacteria and yeast. Now I'll tell you some more thing that's called cellulose. You all know what is cellulose. Cellulose is the structural component in plants, right? Structural component in plants. Cell wall बना होता है भाई. It is a unbranched, cellulose is unbranched homopolysaccharide. अब unbranched है, right? Or one more important thing, unbranched homopolysaccharide, and there are thousands and thousands of glucose molecules. अब only glucose molecules हैं because it's a homopolysaccharide. And this is what? This is beta configuration. This is beta glucose, okay? And therefore there is beta 1 to 4 glycosidic bonds between them, okay? Now, one important or interesting thing, that जो हम हैं, humans के पास नहीं है वो एंजाइम जो कि बीटा 1 to 4 ग्लाइकोसिडिक बॉन्ड्स को डाइजेस्ट कर सके, या डाइजेस्ट कर सके मतलब हाइड्रोलाइज कर सके. That's why, therefore, we can't digest cellulose, right? हम भेड़ बकरी की तरह चर नहीं सकते because we don't have these enzymes which can digest 1,2,4 beta 1,2,4 glycosidic bonds. इसलिए हमें खाना खाना पड़ता है, हम चर नहीं सकते उनकी तरह, right? So this was all about carbohydrates, and I don't think you need to know anything more. If I will ever feel that you need to know anything more, then I will tell you. Obviously I'll tell you, right? As I told you that हम cellulose नहीं खा सकते, हम चर नहीं सकते, but भेड़ बकरी चर सकते हैं. क्यों? Because वो herbivores हैं. तो क्या हुआ? Herbivores हैं तो क्या हो गया? Herbivores have what? Where are you going? Herbivores have cellulases. Herbivores have cellulases and they digest this beta 1,2,4 glycosidic bonds. और जो termites होते हैं, जो woods खाते हैं, wood खाते हैं, वो भी उनके पास भी एंजाइम होता है, and therefore they can eat it. Okay, and okay, now what else can I say? There is one more polysaccharide that if you want I can tell you, that's chitin, right? In some books it's given, so let's just see this also. Chitin कहाँ present होता है? It is present in crabs, but more importantly, where is it present? Lobsters. More importantly, it is present in exoskeleton of insects. कच्चे से आवाज आती है. And spiders, when we kill them with a slipper or something, the कच्चे से जो आवाज आती है, that is because of that chitin exoskeleton. And it is formed by what? The bonds are beta 1,2,4 glycosidic linkages or glycosidic bonds. Same thing. I write linkages also so that you know one more word, right? And the repeating unit is okay, the repeating unit is N-acetyl glucosamine. So the repeating unit is N-acetyl glucosamine, that is linked by beta 1,2,4 glycosidic linkages. Okay, and chitin हो गया. Then there are few things. Pectins होते हैं कुछ. पॉलीसैक्राइड्स ये कहाँ होते हैं? ये सेल वॉल्स में होते हैं. और ये पेक्टिन्स क्या हेल्प करते हैं? बेसिकली दीज आर शॉक अब्सॉर्बर्स. यू शुड नो एटलीस्ट कहाँ प्रेजेंट होते हैं, क्या काम करते हैं. लेमन्स में होते हैं, ऑरेंजेस में होते हैं ये पेक्टिन्स. एंड दीज आर हेट्रोजेनस. नाउ यू नो व्हाट इज हेट्रोजेनस पॉलीसैक्राइड्स. पेक्टिन्स जो होते हैं वो हेट्रोजेनस होते हैं एंड दे आर लिंक्ड बाय अल्फा 1 to 4. एंड अब सिंस दिस इज अ हेट्रोजेनस, सो इसमें कई सारे होते हैं. ओके, कई सारे मोनोसैक्राइड्स प्रेजेंट होते हैं which I don't think you need to know. Okay, so this is all about that you know about in in the carbohydrate biomolecule. So let us meet again sometime tomorrow and we'll discuss more in this chapter. We'll be doing about proteins, fats and other things. So as of now, I hope you enjoyed. Okay guys, bye, have fun.